Anyway, so I've been dealing with various aspects I absolutely hate and dislike and don't like at all. Hey, so this might seem like complaining in some cases. Here's my garden that I planted. Now, one of my giftings is growing things for people, giving it to them and everything else, and to help people out in need, and basically just to grow things and do it on my own funds. Unfortunately, this garden was planted in here when I was still here, and the landlady basically had a bunch of weeds in it, and she tried making it a requirement that I had to not only pull the weeds but plant a garden. Now, my heart is to do things like this, and it is one of my giftings. My problem is that she uses it as to make her place look better, as well as a sales place to actually get more renters in here as she rents out rooms. Basically, all she was doing was taking advantage of my giftings. And you know, that does not make me happy. That actually pisses me off. But I won't rip up the garden because it's the plants. I don't exactly do that to plants, and they don't deserve it. And I like plants. They're still living, and so what's the next issue? Anyways, my next issue is where I feel in certain cases that Bethel is more like a frickin' sales rep to selling my daddy's presents. It pisses me off. And as much as people might not get it and might not like it, Bethel is not a Redding's local church. They're a global church. And there's the truth. Those that really, really, really need help and come to their door, they turn away. So, that is how I think, and that's how I feel about it. And I've watched it over and over and over again. Now, I don't know how my daddy feels about me saying that, and I understand that he probably doesn't like that, because they do bring people into there that actually need the Lord, and some of them do get saved. But I have actually seen people get turned away right afterwards and dumped on. I've seen the students go out, they go and find people, and they minister to them, they get them to the Lord, they come up to the church later on, and they get smacked around instead and cast out of the church. And that bothers me. And it really bothers me in any way, shape, or form about people using giftings God gave them and knowledge He gave them, not to turn around and use other giftings like as their creativity and stuff like that to actually help actually put money into actually making things to actually help people, in the sense of help people through what they're going through and to minister to them. And that is how I feel about it. It's kind of like you go get like some sort of job, career sort of thing like that, and you make a lot of money. Do you care more about the money, or do you care more about the people? That's my question. Because, to be honest, a lot of people that come can't afford a whole lot as well, and when they turn around and they have the door slammed on them because they can't afford something instead, that's bullshit. So anyways, I'm not done with this video, and this I might not actually turn around and post. I really just like the idea of that a lot of it is actually still also teaches about so much community on the sense of honoring and covering and respecting the church, to the point it's almost as if they're fucking trying to take the place that God said this, and if you do not do this with us, then you are being rebellious. Or, you know what, I'm like in this state of which where I have to walk out this area and looking and seeing this whole area where confusion has come in on the aspect of, am I doing something that the Lord doesn't want? Am I rebelling against the church because I don't want to do this, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that with what they want? To the point that I'm actually turning around and rebelling against my God, and I'm doing something wrong by them. They turn around and they do a lot of fucked up shit and rejection and cast me out on things, and then they turn around and, you know, and then I start getting beat up emotionally on top of it, on the idea and respect, did I do something wrong? Have I done something wrong? What's wrong with me now? Or I am having a hard time forgiving because they are fucking rejecting me and hurting me again. Now I have to sit in this area. I'm doing something wrong now because I don't run off to forgive the church right off the bat. Processing doesn't even happen with those type of mentalities that's fed. Anyways, I'm done with this video.